What's up, everybody? Welcome to part 2 of the mini game showcase. We left off part 1 with the Nightmare Maze, so I figured we'd start off part 2 with the Yin Yang Maze. Yin Yang Maze is available for speedrun. Nobody has done it yet, so there is no name on that wall of fame. As you can see here, this is exactly why we call it the Yin Yang Maze. It's in the shape of a yin yang, go figure. A lot of people say this maze is difficult, and this is the reason why. It's actually a double-decker maze. You got to go underground to get from the white section over to the black section. The trick to this maze is once you're underground, you got to watch the ceiling, watch the colors. You'll go from white to black, and you'll know you're going in the right direction. Pretty difficult maze, pretty fun to do though. You're welcome to try it at any time. Up next, we have Jousting, a two-player minigame. Takes place in the middle of the horse racing track. Got a little sneak peek of it on part 1. Now for this game, you have to gear up, get a horse, and then line up in one of the lanes. Right behind the glowstone, you wait for go. On go, you race to the center. The center marking of glowstone here is to indicate when you can start attacking your opponent. Once you're past it, you have to go loop around, wait for go again, and go back at it. The game is won when you kill your opponent, kill their horse, or knock them off their horse. Moving on to Arrow Push, a game that we often have tournaments for. The current champion is Adam 2254. The object of this game is to knock your opponent back into the lava behind the ledge. As you can see here, you drop down, you have a little bit of room, not very much. On go, you start shooting those arrows, trying to hit the buttons. The buttons activate pistons, which knock your opponent back off. Cryptic Child going against the champion, didn't stand a chance. Good job, Adam. Up next, we have Pyramid King. Pyramid King is a King of the Hill style game. Once you have all your players ready, climb up to the top, drop down on top of the pyramid, wait for go, and on go, the object is to knock your opponents off of the pyramid into the water below, or punch them to death. Either way you want to go about doing it. You want to punch somebody's skull in until they die? That is up to you. The main object of the game is to be the last person on the pyramid and declare yourself the Pyramid King. Welcome to the Hunt. The Hunt is a hide and seek style minigame played with two teams. One team is a prisoner, the other team is a hunter. Right there you were taking a look at the prisoner side. The prisoners, all they have is orange leather armor and a gold helmet, no weapons at all. Now a minute after the prisoners are let loose in the arena, the hunters will come in and try to find and kill them. The hunters are geared up with camouflaged leather armor. They also have weapons, dogs, horses, the works. The hunters are not to be messed with if you are playing as a prisoner. Once the hunters drop down, their job is to go out, find those prisoners, and kill them before 10 minutes runs out. If they cannot manage to kill these prisoners within 10 minutes, the hunters lose the game and the prisoners win. Now with that minute's head start, those prisoners have to go out there. They have to find the best hiding spot possible. There's a lot of places to hide in this arena. There's a lot of caves, there's underground passageways, there's trees to hide in. There's a lot of secret places in this arena. Trying to stay alive for that 10 minutes is pretty tough. Gets pretty intense once you see a hunter coming at you if you're a prisoner. You can see here one of these prisoners just hiding in the lake, just trying to keep quiet, watching that hunter go by. Pretty fun game. Now if you're itching to play a little combat survival minigame, look no further than None Shall Live. It's a class style combat game. You can either take the role as a wizard, an archer, or a swordsman. Each class has their own individual chest that has gear that is suited for their class. Whatever you feel like playing, you just line up there, grab the gear out, then enter into the arena. This arena has 3 stages that you have to try to fight through and survive till the end. It's very difficult, so it's good to go in with a good team. Right here we're taking a look at stage 1. Stage 1 is the easiest stage. See these monsters just come out of the wall. Not too difficult of monsters here on stage 1, although whoever's releasing the monsters on the other side has complete control of how difficult they want to make this for you. They could spawn in just, one group at a time or multiple groups at a time. Totally up to them. It is at their discretion. As you can see here, it normally starts off with maybe 1-2 groups coming in as far as monsters go, and then it just keeps getting harder. As you can see here, we're getting a little train going at first, and they just keep coming out of the walls. We're getting mobs going here. Very difficult to survive. Make sure you have a good team. Now if you don't manage to survive and you're killed, you have to sit out and wait for the round to end. If your teammates can pick up your gear, that is awesome. Sometimes the monsters actually pick up your gear, and it makes it even harder for your teammates that are left in there to try to survive. Pretty difficult to do. At the end of the round, though, you are let back in, and your teammates can give you back any of the gear that they picked up that you dropped, or they could keep it to themselves. It's really up to them. Also good to play with people that you trust, because sometimes people don't like to give back gear that they picked up. Here's a little look at stage 2. Stage 2 looks very similar to stage 1, except that there's an anvil in the middle. Now when you pick your class in the beginning, you are offered a couple enchant books. So stage 1, you kind of work up XP to use those enchantments. You got to be careful though and pick the right one that suits your style of combat. Pick the right one, you can be successful and survive past stage 2, hopefully make it to stage 3 and win the game. As you can see here, those monsters also get a little bit tougher. Got some skeletons, some zombies, little zombie kids, silverfish, the works. This is the third and final stage where there is a ton of enemies that come at you. Witches, creepers, spiders, the works. This is the last final stage. All you got to do is make it through the mobs here. Pretty difficult to do. As long as you do it though, you end up winning the game. Now since this video has been shot, there's been a few alterations made to stage 3 as far as the lava on the ground, and an addition of an enchantment table put in there to help you survive a little bit longer, surviving through that onslaught of all these vicious monsters here in stage 3. These swarms will really get at you. It's good to spend your XP as much as you can. Well, that's it for part 2. Stay tuned for part 3, more mini games to come. As always, thanks for watching. Hook me up with a like, subscribe if you haven't already. Talk to you next time.